Welcome to The Inner Code, a sanctuary for the soul and the mind, where transformation isn't something you chase, it's something you become. If you've landed here, it's not by accident. Something deep within you is ready to remember, ready to awaken, ready to reclaim the pen and write a new chapter of your life. In today's cinematic journey, inspired by the revolutionary teachings of Dr. Joe Dispenza, we're going to explore how to become someone you've never been, by breaking the bonds of your old identity. This isn't about motivation, it's about metamorphosis, about rewiring your brain, reconditioning your body, and reintroducing yourself to a future you've only dared to imagine. You'll feel it in your bones, the science of neuroplasticity meeting the quantum field. You'll understand how to stop living as a memory and start existing as a vision. You'll learn how to feel the future so vividly that your biology has no choice but to follow. So, before we begin, hit that subscribe button, join our growing community of inner architects, and make sure you share this video with someone you love. Someone who's ready to become who they truly are. Let's begin.
There comes a moment in every life when the mirror becomes a doorway, a moment when we look at ourselves, not in judgment, not in regret, but in raw, soul-awakening truth, and we whisper, "This is not who I came here to be." That whisper is not weakness. It is the seed of your rebirth, because to create a new reality, you must become a new personality, and to become a new personality, you must begin with the boldest act of all, changing your mind. But how? How do we step beyond the loop of yesterday's emotions, yesterday's thoughts, yesterday's self? You begin by watching yourself, the way you think, the words you speak, the tension that rises when you're triggered, the craving for control, the subtle sigh of resignation that slips through your lips when you say, "It is what it is." That sigh is not truth, it is conditioning. And Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches us this: your personality creates your personal reality. So if your current personality is steeped in memories of pain, fear, and limitation, then your reality will be built from the same bricks. Every emotion you feel is a frequency. Every thought you repeat is a program. Every time you say, "I am," you're casting a vote for your future. I am tired. I am broke. I am anxious. These are not just statements. They are spells. They are neural pathways reinforced over and over until they become highways of identity. So the first step is radical awareness. Watch the thought arise, but don't become it. Witness the emotion flare up, but don't feed it. You are not your past. You are not your old story. You are the awareness behind it all. And from that awareness, a question emerges like a beacon in the dark. Can you believe in a future you cannot see, so deeply, so vividly, that your mind begins to think it's already real? Because here's the secret: the brain does not know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. And when you rehearse your future with enough emotional intensity, you start signaling new genes, new hormones, new chemical cascades, as if that future has already happened. You are not waiting on life. Life is waiting on you. Let go of the old model, where you wait for the money to feel abundant, the love to feel worthy, the healing to feel whole. That was the cause and effect model. But the quantum model? It demands that you cause an effect. Feel abundance and abundance finds you. Feel love and love appears. Feel whole and health follows. In this model, the feeling precedes the experience. You are no longer reacting to life, you are creating it. And that's where the transformation begins. Let's say your future self wakes up every day in gratitude, in peace, and joy. What if today you woke up and chose to feel that way anyway? Not because your circumstances changed, but because you changed. Now your body might rebel. It might say, "This isn't who we are. We're anxious, we're heartbroken, we're unworthy." That voice is the echo of your old self trying to survive. And every time you choose your vision over your memory, you starve the old circuitry and build the new. It's called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change. And it's real. As Dr. Dispenza says, the moment you begin mentally rehearsing your new self, your new reactions, your new speech, your new energy, you're installing new software, and repetition is the install button. But it's not just in the mind, you must also recondition the body, because if your thoughts are the language of the brain, then your emotions are the language of the body, and the body has been addicted to the chemicals of fear, of anger, of guilt, of lack. So even when your mind says, I am free, the body says, no, we are not. And that's where most people quit. When the body resists, they collapse into old identity. But what if right in that moment you sat still, closed your eyes, and taught your body how the future feels? What if you whispered to your cells, this is who we are now. We are abundant. We are healthy. We are loved. And what if you did that every single day until your body believed you, until the emotion of the future replaced the memory of the past? That's the work, the great unlearning, the gentle rewiring, the sacred becoming, because change is not an event, it's a practice, a ceremony, a choice made 1,000 times until the old you dissolves like mist in the rising sun, and then, one morning, you wake up. But something is different. The anxiety is gone. The ache is gone. The need to prove yourself is gone. In its place, stillness, presence, power, and in that moment, you realize something miraculous. The future didn't happen to you. It happened through you, because you became the future before it arrived. You embodied it. You rehearsed it. You felt it, so deeply and so often that it became encoded into your biology. And when your inner world shifted, reality had no choice but to follow. This is not mysticism. This is not hope wrapped in wishful thinking. This is neuroscience. This is epigenetics. This is quantum law. Your inner state is the signal. Your feeling is the magnet. Your body becomes the broadcast tower of your next chapter. And the more elevated your emotions, gratitude, love, joy, inspiration, the more coherent your heart becomes. And when the heart is coherent, it speaks a language the field understands. In that space of coherence, your intentions are not whispers lost in chaos. They are commands spoken in the language of the universe. This is why Dr. Joe teaches people not to pray for their dreams, but to become the person whose dreams have already come true. So when you meditate, you're not escaping the world. You're remembering your power. You're stepping into the operating room of your own biology. You are editing the code. You're saying to yourselves, we no longer need this fear. We no longer live in lack. We no longer carry this pain. And instead, you offer them a new instruction. You paint a picture of the future, and you feel it so intensely that your body weeps with recognition. Because somewhere, deep within, you always knew this version of you existed. It's not that you're becoming someone new. It's that you're shedding what you're not. The fear that wasn't yours, the shame that was inherited, the scarcity that was conditioned, the stress that was memorized. Layer by layer, you peel it away. And then the real you rises, brighter, lighter, truer. This is why change feels hard. Not because it's impossible, but because the old self fights to survive. It will whisper doubt, it will scream resistance. It will lure you back into familiar pain because pain, however destructive, is predictable, and the predictable feels safe. But safety is not freedom, and comfort is not transformation. So when you feel the pull to quit, go deeper. When the old identity roars, go still. When your body demands evidence, give it vision. Because every time you sit with yourself, not to react, not to run, but to rewire, you are breaking the habit of being you. You are pruning old neural branches. You are unwiring trauma. You are unlearning helplessness. You are reconditioning your body to a mind it has never known, but always needed. And then something profound happens. You stop wanting the future and start being it. You don't wait for the healing to feel whole. You feel whole, and healing happens. You don't wait for love to feel love. You feel love, and love finds you. You don't wait for wealth to feel abundant. You radiate abundance, and money becomes a mirror. Because life doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are.
So if you're still waiting, still begging, still looping in when,
Pause, close your eyes, breathe, and remember who you're becoming. Hold the vision of your future self, not as a dream, but as a memory of what already is. Feel it until your body relaxes into it. See it until your brain maps it like a lived experience. Trust it until there is no difference between the inner and the outer. And when you open your eyes, bring that future with you. Stand as that version now. Speak as them. Walk as them. Decide as them. Forgive as them. Love as them. Because the moment you do, you collapse time, and the gap between who you were and who you choose to be disappears. This is how miracles happen, not by chance, by choice. So today, choose to think greater than your environment. Choose to feel greater than your past. Choose to live as the signal. Because the truth is, your future is not waiting for you. It's waiting on you, and you are ready. You always were. If this message stirred something deep inside you, don't let it fade. Act on it. Subscribe now and become part of a global family committed to inner mastery and quantum transformation. We are the dreamers who remember. We are the architects of the invisible, and we're building a new world from the inside out. And if someone came to mind while you were watching this, someone lost in their past, someone hungry for change, send them this video. Share the light. Be the mirror that reminds them of their own power. We're the inner code. And your future is already here.